These are the top 10 tips that will help you survive, get better loot, and progress faster in the Cycle Frontier. Number 1. Smoke grenade your extract. One of the easiest ways to increase your chances of not getting extract camped or getting killed at the last second as you're about to take off is throwing a smoke grenade into the extract ship a little bit after it lands. You should also find tactical locations at every extract where you can kind of position yourself to scan for other prospectors, as well as have an easy route to the ship. If possible, you should board the ship at the last second while the smoke is still going to give yourself the best chance of making it. Number 2 is going to save you time and save pocket space. The key cards you obtain unlock special loot rooms around the maps. They have signifiers that let you know which map their key room is located on. Blue-tipped key cards can only be used on Crescent Falls, and yellow-tipped key cards are for Bright Sands. Number 3, your purchased cosmetics show up in a drop. Now, while that may sound cool at start, if you have a super flashy skin that pops or a glowing helmet, you're going to be a lot easier to spot. Consider only using your cosmetic skins in the space station and rocking the standard prospector outfit when you're in drops. Number 4 is extremely important, and that is pathing. You need to learn the paths that are smarter to take and escape with. You also need to recognize how much the Cycle Frontier butters your biscuit. If you can do that, consider subscribing. As a partnered creator for the game, you can expect exclusive cycle guides, interviews, and leaks that are upcoming so you don't miss a thing. Now, I can't go over every single path in this video. It's just not going to happen. But I can tell you that you can fall from up to 9 meters without taking damage. So there's a lot more ledges that you can make it down if you play it right. In fact, you need to take the time to drop in naked to just traverse the areas of the map you've never been to and learn the different pathways that the devs have built into this game for you to take advantage of. It's much better to learn as much of the map as you can before you end up needing it in a quick getaway or to get an angle on an enemy. Number 5, in contrast to the insurance mechanics of the betas, you can swap out your attachments of an insured weapon without breaking the insurance. Prior to full release, you would void out your insurance and have to reinsure if you did that. So anytime you removed it and added an attachment, but now you're able to do it with ease by middle mouse clicking the weapon and drag dropping the desired attachment you wish to add. Number 6, the meteor shower can kill you. Like, this is so simple, but don't be that guy that gets leveled by a falling skyrock. Bloodbath. But do try to mine them. Every time they fall close by you, farming the fragments and the core that comes from the final meteor that falls during the shower are very valuable. Number 7 is audio decoys work on creatures. This is not commonly known for some reason, but they can be used to not only divert the attention of your fellow prospectors, they can also attract the attention of all creatures within a certain distance of the sound. This is extremely useful when going to heavily infested areas like Starport and favela areas on the Crescent Falls map. Number 8 is knife ticks before they explode. This is going to take them out quickly and quietly. Once they get to you, they're going to take a step back and then lunge on you to explode, whether that's the gas or the blast ticks. Prep your knife swing for that backstep because they're going to do that to make you miss. Also, make sure you pick up those toxic glands too. They are the primary ingredient in the powerful gas grenades, which brings us right to number 9. Gas grenades are the only throwable that really does much damage to Jeff. Regular grenades do heavy damage on smaller creatures, but if you can toss an audio grenade to a certain area, then toss a gas grenade at that same spot, you have a high chance of getting him to sit in that acidic pool for an extended amount of time, causing a massive chunk of his health to be taken. Number 10, you can lure creatures into the area that you need to get kills from if there isn't any spawned at that location. This one is super useful to complete some of the faction contracts. Often you're going to get contracts like kill 8 creatures at base camp, kill 15 creatures at science campus, which can sometimes take multiple drops with, how low the spawn rates have been since release. Not to mention other players coming and wiping the creatures before you even get there. But there's a little trick that you can use to ensure that you get these creature kills on location much faster, especially at the science campus. If you've killed all the creatures in the area, but you still have more kills needed for the contract, or there isn't any in the area to kill, you can run to a nearby spawn point for the creatures and aggro, pull them all the way back till they cross the threshold of the location that you need the kills at. Once there, take them out, and they're going to be counted towards your goal. Most of the AI will follow you for like pretty significant distances, so long as you continue engaging them and taking shots. If anybody knows how far they actually are programmed to follow you, that would be extremely helpful to post in the comments below. And number 11 is super beginner level, but it took me a few days to find out, so I'm gonna say it anyway. Hold left click with the knife to perform a heavy attack that does much more damage, and it kills striders in one hit. Number 12, never forget to put anything you can in safe pockets and giving priority to key cards. This one should be obvious, but many times in the heat of the moment, you keep looting and keep moving, and you just forget to fill up your safe pockets first, so that you at least escape with something in case you come around the next corner and get mollywopped. On top of that, it's important that as you loot along and your safe pockets are full of items, to swap out those items with materials of higher rarity or quest items that you can fit in there instead. And you know what, while we're on the topic of safe pockets, if you're running out of room in your inventory, the player's inventory is based on the amount of items, not weight. So if you have no room, place all faction scripts and old currency stacks inside of your safe pockets. You can't lose them, and they weigh nothing. And now you easily have more inventory slots in your stash. Number 13, don't forget to check jackets. I've gone through so many loot locations lately where I see a bunch of crates and drawers looted, but people are missing the jackets. I don't know if it's because they're dark and harder to see, but make sure you're always checking them, especially at Starport Admin Office on Crescent Falls. They often have a lot of old currency which sells well, and it can be used for missions later on, but more importantly, they're a gold mine for key cards which can get you into access at some pretty nice loot in the game. Number 14, always drop the items you can buy first. If you've ran out of room in your bag, drop items like standard guns, consumables, and white armors first. You can always buy more of those. The materials needed for upgrades and crafting, you cannot. Number 15 is probably one of the most useful progression tips, but faction jobs have refresh timers. After a certain amount of time, if you had a contract that you were stuck on and canceled it, because you just couldn't get it done, the contract will be recycled and you can attempt a new one. This will help you with leveling through factions faster. Never waste time on something you're stuck on in this game. Puzzle rooms have some of the best loot in the game, but they can be really tough to figure out. I found one of the easiest ones to solve in the game right here. Nope, right here. And in this video, I use it to show you a quick guide on how to complete all puzzles in the Cycle Frontier. Over here. Not here. Over here.